What if I told you that the oldest and most complete Bible on earth has books you've never heard of? Imagine reading a Bible with over 80 books instead of the usual 66. Shocking, right? Welcome to the world of the Ethiopian Bible. This ancient scripture holds secrets that many people never knew existed. But why was it hidden from the rest of the world? Why did powerful forces decide to keep it away from mainstream Christianity? Well, buckle up because we're diving deep into a story of faith, politics, and a few jealous bishops. Before we uncover these mysteries, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join us here at Divine vs. Unmasked, where we reveal the untold truths and forgotten scriptures that shape our faith. The Ethiopian Bible is like the superhero of holy books, ancient, powerful, and full of stories you won't find anywhere else. The Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church preserved this unique Bible, written in Ge'ez, an ancient language that sounds as mysterious as it looks. This Bible includes familiar texts, but also extra books like Enoch, Jubilees, and the Book of Maccabean, a trilogy of wisdom and drama that Hollywood could only dream of. While Western Christianity settled on 66 books, the Ethiopian Bible boasts more than 80. Why so many? Well, the Ethiopian church didn't feel the need to cut out stories just to make things simpler. They wanted the full story, unfiltered and unapologetic. It's like getting the director's cut of your favorite movie, with all the deleted scenes and bonus features included. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Why does the Ethiopian Bible have books the Western Bible doesn't? Imagine going to a friend's house and realizing their Monopoly game has extra rules and even more money. That's what it's like comparing the Ethiopian Bible to the Western one. Books like Enoch and Jubilees were left out of the Western canon, possibly because they were a bit too intense. The Book of Enoch, for example, talks about giants roaming the earth and angels teaching humans forbidden knowledge. Pretty wild stuff. Western church leaders probably thought, this might scare the congregation, and quietly left it out. Meanwhile, Ethiopia kept these texts because they believed every word mattered. Here's where things get juicy. The Ethiopian Bible includes teachings that challenge mainstream Christian doctrines. For example, the Book of Enoch gives detailed stories about angels mingling with humans, and not in a friendly handshake kind of way. These stories hint at hidden cosmic battles and divine secrets that Western churches might have found too complex or too mystical. Imagine explaining to your Sunday school class that giants existed because angels got a little too friendly with humans. Awkward, right? To avoid confusion, and probably some awkward sermons, Western churches chose to keep things simpler. But the Ethiopian church embraced these stories, seeing them as vital pieces of God's grand narrative. Let's not forget the impact of colonialism. When European powers came to Africa, they didn't just bring guns and tea, they brought their version of Christianity. They viewed African traditions, including the Ethiopian Bible, as uncivilized. So they pushed their own doctrines while dismissing Ethiopia's ancient texts. Imagine being told your 1,000-year-old Bible isn't good enough by someone who just arrived with a new one. The colonial agenda was about control, spiritual and political. Suppressing Ethiopia's version of Christianity was part of that plan. But Ethiopia, being the stronghold it is, refused to bow down. Religion and politics go together like peanut butter and jelly, messy but inseparable. Throughout history, political leaders have influenced which texts were accepted or banned. Early church councils, like the Council of Nicaea, decided which books stayed and which ones were tossed aside. In contrast, Ethiopian emperors protected their sacred texts like national treasures. They understood that altering the Bible was like changing the country's flag. You just don't do it. Western powers, however, felt differently. They curated the Bible to align with political agendas, omitting anything too controversial or politically inconvenient. The Ethiopian Bible isn't just about history, it's also packed with mystical and esoteric teachings. These texts dive deep into the spiritual world, angelic hierarchies, and hidden knowledge. It's like the spiritual version of unlocking secret game levels. Books like Enoch describe heaven's architecture, angelic duties, and even cosmic secrets. Western churches may have thought, this is a bit much, but Ethiopia welcomed these deep spiritual insights. They saw them as essential for understanding God's full story. Fast forward to today. The Ethiopian Bible is gaining worldwide attention. Scholars and believers alike are rediscovering these ancient texts, fascinated by what was once hidden. People are realizing that Christianity's story is much richer and more diverse than they ever imagined. With modern technology, these texts are being digitized and studied, making them accessible to curious minds everywhere. It's like finding a long-lost family album filled with stories that explain who we really are. Of course, not everyone is thrilled about these discoveries. There are ongoing debates about which text should be considered authentic. Some argue that the Ethiopian Bible includes too many books, while others believe the Western Bible leaves out too much. But here's the thing: who decides what's official? Is it ancient councils, modern scholars, or the believers themselves? These debates continue, but one thing is clear: the Ethiopian Bible challenges us to rethink what we know about Scripture. So why was the Ethiopian Bible hidden from the world? Because it dared to tell the full, unfiltered story of God, mystical, political, and sometimes uncomfortable. But now that the truth is coming to light, it's up to us to embrace it. If you found this story eye-opening, make sure to share this video with your friends and family. Let's spread the gospel and uncover the divine truths together. And don't forget to subscribe to Divine vs. Unmasked for more hidden stories from the Bible and beyond.